Harish, the Congress will have a lot of answering to do today. One, of course, we continue to put out the visuals on our screens. Pan-India protest, which essentially is giving enough ammunition to the BJP to say that the Gandhis are above the party. This was routine questioning. Why are we seeing vandalism? We haven't seen a clear answer to that. And on top of that, you have a comment like that, which is a confession of sorts to say that many have indulged in corruption over the last decades. But I'll request you to stay on with us. Let's take a reaction from the BJP. Shehzad Poonawalla now joining us on the broadcast. Shehzad, your first reaction to the comments that we've just heard.
You know, that's why I say AICC is not All India Congress Committee. It is All India Corrupt Committee and All India Corrupt Ko Bachao Committee. And therefore, this is not an exercise of Satyagraha ka Shakti Pradarshan. It is Bhrishtachariyon ka Bhakti Pradarshan. And today this MLA has testified and confessed that yes, this is a common solidarity between all the corrupt. Therefore, all the corrupt are coming on the streets to save the first family of corruption that has looted money and land worth 2,000 crores belonging to the people of India. This is a confession, candid confession of corruption by the Congress party itself. And I was telling you from starting itself that this is not Mahatma Gandhi's Satyagraha, this is Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi's Bhrashtachar ka Duragraha, and this is the proof. Now, this person has acknowledged that yes, we are the ones who are doing corruption, we are earning, and we have earned a lot, and now we have to spend some of this money and do hinsa, do violence, and save Sonia Gandhi. And therefore, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is calling somebody, calling the ED idiots. You are seeing the kind of violence that is taking place in Bengaluru also. You are seeing the kind of violent activities Congress party is indulging in. They are trying to intimidate, interfere, and intervene so that the law agencies can't take action against the corrupt. This is an exercise for the corrupt, by the corrupt, of the corrupt.
Shehzad, I'll just request you to stay on with us. We also have Sanket Yanagi, spokesperson of the KPCC. I want to understand what is the reference that is being made by one of your own party members when he says that we've all made enough in the past decades and it's now time to sacrifice.
Just now we have heard about this statement made by Mr. Ramesh Kumar. So in our opinion, it could be his personal opinion, not the opinion of a party or the party leaders at large. And if it is his grievance, then we will issue a show cause notice to the concerned person. The High Command is there to issue a show cause notice seeking for an explanation as to what was the compelling reason for him to say so, or what is the reason why he has expressed it so, or what was his intention behind his statement. So we still have to evaluate, understand and evaluate as to what is running in his mind.
So you're saying the Congress is distancing themselves as of now as these comments are made, but the larger issue still remains. The protest that you're seeing on the streets today is a repetition of what we've seen even when Rahul Gandhi was summoned. Are the Gandhis above the party?
No, nobody is above the party. Ours is a party of discipline. Ours is a party where the democracy is completely followed. It is unlike other party wherein only two are the leaders and rest all are the they are just subordinates just to follow the rules and regulations made independently. It is not so. So we have a high-powered committee like a Congress Working Committee, which is supreme in our party and as per the constitution of the party. And it is not one man who is superior here.
You know, I understand the criticism as far as the merits of the case are concerned, but what justifies the kind of vandalism that we continue to see across the country? There's a car being set on fire in Bengaluru, trains are stopped in the national capital. Look at the kind of pictures that we're putting out from Chandigarh. Last time around when Rahul Gandhi was questioned, an ambulance was stuck because of that. What justifies the vandalism on the streets?
See, it is not at the instruction of a party. Let us be very clear. If the people are saying that the party or the party leaders are being targeted by the opposition, that is ruling government, and they have every right to oppose, every right to protest. And in protest of the same, if they take sometimes the law into their own hands, it cannot be said that it is at the instance of a party or the party leader.
No, so why is the party not coming out and reprimanding these workers? We're not seeing any action either. We're only seeing comments like this is vendetta politics. Even if it is vendetta politics, what justifies the vandalism and what justifies the inconvenience for the common people today?
It is vendetta politics by the ruling government. And because it is playing that vendetta politics or the dirty politics in other way we could say, the people are getting angry and responding to that in a way which is, which they are expressing their anger against the government. And instead of ruling the government, taking the welfare measures to a new height, when there is a price rise and so many other issues which have to be addressed by the ruling government.
So why
Ruling
aren't we
government
seeing,
is
sir,
stooping to the
sir, I
level.
have a
No,
clear
one
question.
minute, one minute.
One sec. Hear me out. You're the only person on the show. You'll have fair amount of time to answer. Tell me something. Why aren't we seeing the opposition out on the streets protesting on those real issues like GST? I haven't seen a single protest in the last couple of days. Also, secondly, I'm trying to understand this questioning or summons by the ED was routine questioning. Why are we seeing protesters on the ground? Where is this instruction coming from?
Nobody is instructing here. See, we have been seeing how the media is also working in some of the cases. Sometimes responsibly, sometimes not. Similarly, the ruling government is trying to suppress the individual rights of the citizens. Sometimes the people think of responding, sometimes the people do not think of responding because of the fear. And now it is an undeclared emergency in the state, in the entire country. And the people sometimes do feel that this is the right time to respond, and those people are agitating.
No, who are these people?
And
You keep referring to them as people. These are Congress workers, right? So if your party is not responsible
they are not
for
just the Congress workers. Let us be very clear. They are not just the Congress workers. They are the people who have been the witness to all the grievances which the common man is having. Some people are the part of the price rise who have been affected because of the price rise. Some people are affected in many other ways due to the loss of employment. So it is not just against the government for one reason. The people are coming out in public and showing their solidarity because they have been affected by the ruling of the government and because of the policies of the government which are anti-people. Let us be very clear on few facts.
So
the ruling of the government.
what are the protests about? You're all saying this is vendetta politics. So that means the protests are only because the Gandhis have been called for questioning. So anytime the Gandhis are called in or Gandhis are touched, we'll see this sort of vandalism on the ground. Is that the message that is being sent out? Because I don't see anybody from the top leadership coming out and either condemning what is happening on the ground either.
Insofar as the case of Mr. P. Chidambaram, the party protested it, and the party workers protested it, and the common man also from his constituency have protested it. And they took it to the High Court and also to the Supreme Court. There are several instances of it, but the media has not highlighted it. There are several other incidents wherein the Congress leaders have been targeted by the ED and the IT through the government. And now, the government having played the dirty politics in another way, we could say, the people have suffered and they are uniting themselves and they are showing that solidarity with one of the victims.
Sir, I'm going to ask you a pointed question. Don't you think it becomes counterproductive when you say this was essentially a satyagraha and the pictures that we see are only a vandalism?
So, right to protest is a fundamental right. If the police is not allowing the right to protest, the protesters will go violent. It is everywhere, not just in India, not just in one part of the country we are talking about.